Hi Pisces, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings, Tarot Reading from the Heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading, 18th to the 24th of March 2019. Sitting alongside Pisces, you've got your month ahead reading as well, alright, check that out. That's your general and your love reading. And remember with those reading, guys, you can either just look at your general, or you can, it's time stamped, or you can go straight ahead and look at the love reading. It's up to you, okay? For your reading, guys, we are using for this week ahead, the next 7 days, 18th to the 24th of March, we're using the Next World Tarot. Love this deck now. Didn't like it at first, but I really like it. Christie Sea Road. Using one card from here to just look at the general energy of what you need to be focusing on during the week, okay? And then we use the Druid Craft Tarot deck to kind of flesh out the situation, looking at the past of the situation, the present of the situation, and what you need, what actions you need to take during the week concerning the situation with this particular deck here. We're using the original Rider-Waite just to get any further, not information on the first reading, but just any further information for what it is you need to focus on during the week in 5 cards. And finally, our Tea Leaf Fortune cards, just to get 3 cards of advice, further information. We try and get as much information as we possibly can for the week for you guys, okay? So with that being said, let's shuffle the cards, guys. Let's have a look. So Universe Spirit, what is the energy? What is it that Pisces needs to focus on between the 18th of March to the 24th of March? What is it in one card? What's the energy that Pisces needs to focus on? And it is your birthday month, guys, so happy birthday. I think that actually, though, you're coming up to literally nearing the end of that, your birthday. So for those, you know, you later kind of Pisces people, you know, congratulations and have a great one. And for all of you Pisces people who have had your birthday this month, happy birthday. So what is the general focus for the month? Not the month, sorry. What is it that Pisces need to be focused on? What's the energy for the week? In one card, what is the energy that Pisces needs to be focusing on for the week in one card? Right, the energy is the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords. How interesting is that? So the focus for the 5, and this is all about, you know, on this card she talks about it being a card about survival. Now I don't do much astrology stuff, I'm learning it at the moment. It says it's Venus in Aquarius. I'm not sure what's going on there, but you know, the 5 of Swords for me as a card, Pisces, you know, and that's where your focus needs to be. It's about survival. So I guess in a way, what I'm seeing from here, and what I feel that Christie Sea Road means when she does that, is that the third swordsman probably isn't the antagonist. This is all about somebody who has to do what they've got to do. And sometimes that's what the 5 of Swords is. The 5 of Swords sometimes is literally about having to put yourself first. And even if it means to the detriment of others, where, you know, other people might be pissed off by the choices that you make, Pisces. Other people may not like that you've decided just to cut them off, or you've decided just to do your own thing. Maybe some of you guys have decided to detach yourself from a group, for example, and people don't like that either, you know. But I feel that, you know, with the 5 of Swords, you know, you can read the 5 of Swords in many ways. You can read the 5 of Swords as either someone who is the loser because they are losing out to somebody who has greater strength than they do. Or you can read the 5 of Swords in the upright as somebody who is the winner. Okay, and that'll be the third swordsman usually. Because usually on the 5 of Swords, I mean, on this deck, she depicts the 5 of Swords very much differently. But on this, normally on many of the decks, it's one person with a sword seeing off, fighting off 2 others, and 2 others kind of skulking away in the background. And it just depends. Sometimes the third swordsman, it's good, because this shows somebody who has strength, and somebody who's not afraid to back down, and somebody who can win a fight, for example, and win against adversity, you know. And I do feel that this is a week for focusing on winning out against adversity. I'm not saying that bad things are happening during the week, but when I feel with the 5 of Swords, because 5's deal with the word challenges and overcoming challenges, they represent changes, but you go through a challenge before the change occurs. So that might be for the week you need to focus on overcoming some form of adversity with you guys, with the 5 of Swords energy showing here. But this is all about survival. And as I've said, this might be to the detriment of others. Other people probably won't thank you for it. Other people probably won't even like it because you're deciding to put yourself first. But it is your birthday month, Pisces, and you deserve to put yourself first. So if you find that you haven't put yourself first before, if you find that there are people, because we don't know, on the 5 of Swords, the 2 people that the guy usually casts out, we don't know whether they were taking the piss. The third swordsman might have chosen to cast somebody out because the person was taking the piss, or the person was taking advantage. So I actually feel that within this card for the week, the focus with the 5 of Swords needs to be on you know, taking your place. It means, with the Five of Swords, taking control. It means not backing down from adversity. It means asserting yourself. Five of Swords also means to assert yourself. So the focus for the week needs to be asserting yourself amongst your adversaries, amongst those people who would probably take advantage or ask too much of you. It's about making a firm stand with the Five of Swords energy. Let's have a look at what's going on in the past of this situation. Universe, Spirit, what is the past of this situation? So, you know, we spoke about the week. The focus needs to be on taking a stand, because there are people around you, Pisces, who won't get it. They won't get why. Maybe some of you guys are acting a bit cold, or why some of you guys are really kind of not being caring, or not being kind of as adaptable as you usually, or amiable as you usually are to others. Okay, but in the past of this situation, Pisces, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is the home, and it's the family, and for some of you guys it will be your community. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, they're all to do with the outside community as well. The Ten of Pentacles, for some of you guys, it might be your permanent job, for example, with the Ten of Coins energy. So in the past, we've got a family situation. This is a family, a community family, a work family, your family with the Ten of Coins energy showing here. But there's been some kind of, with the Eight of Swords, there's been a feeling of being restricted by this community or by this family, or feeling that your hands are tied because of the responsibilities that you have to your community, and the responsibilities and the, you know, some of you guys have, because the Ten of Coins is a very responsible card to have. You know, when you get the Ten of Coins, it means, you know, especially when it comes to a family or a community, it means that you're responsible for that. You're responsible for the growth. You're responsible for the building of it. You're responsible for the sustainability of it. You know, if you're in a relationship with a partner, then you're responsible for sustaining the home, bringing money into the home, making sure that the foundations are strong that you're building. You're responsible for the kids. You're responsible for, you know, if it's a family situation, your extended family, the grandma, the grandpa, the brothers, the sisters, the uncles, the aunts. It's all about extended family, an extended network of people, whether it's in your own family or whether it's in your community or whether it's in the workplace. And I feel for some of you guys, you have been feeling really quite hemmed in by that with the Eight of Swords energy. You're feeling like your hands are bound by this community that some of you guys are in, you know, with that Eight of Swords energy, okay? Binding contracts, because the Eight of Swords is binding and there's a binding contract. So within the family, within the community, perhaps for some of you guys within your job, there's a binding contract happening here, a contract that you can't get out of. Because the Eight of Swords being the bind and the Two of Cups being the, you know, the relationship, the contract. I think that this is like a binding contract. So this is like a contract that you've got with family, with a relationship, with your work. Perhaps this is to do with something like an institution, for example, credit card company, bank, for example, with the Ten of Coins energy can show up. There's a binding contract here, and this is all about you guys not being able to remove yourself from it. So this might be something professional, something financial, potentially for some of you guys, and your focus needs to be on survival. It needs to be about cutting yourself free. Because whichever way you want to look at the Five of Swords, whether you're the two people that are usually presented on this card or whether you're the one person that's usually on this card, Pisces, either way, you're cutting yourself off. Do you see what I mean? Either way, you're either casting someone out, or you're either casting someone out, or, you know, somebody's, well, yeah, you're casting someone out. And I think that you're the third swordsman. So this needs to be on you casting something out that no longer serves you. So the focus needs to be on casting what no longer serves you out. Because I feel that some of you guys, whether this is a family, a job, whether this is a relationship, a community of people, or whether it's an institution like a bank with the Ten of Coins energy, or a credit card company, and you've got this kind of binding contract, a contract you can't get out of, you know, whatever that is, a marriage you can't get out of, whatever it is, you need to focus for the week, Pisces, on cutting yourself free with the Five of Swords of that. Because right now, your guys, for some of you guys, what you're thinking or where your kind of thoughts might be directed, Pisces, is number one, the Seven of Coins energy. Okay, so the Seven of Coins is taking what is owed to you. So when you get the Seven of Coins energy, you can see here that she's cutting a little bit of what is there. So money, the saying money grows on trees, but money hasn't grown on trees. It's taken time to grow this material. There's a sense of material abundance on this card. There's money here. All right, this is about resources, okay? So some of you guys are focusing on taking a little bit that has been built in this relationship. Some of you guys might be thinking to yourself, especially if you've got a binding contract with a bank, for example, you might be thinking to yourself, you know what, I want to cut myself free from this. And what I want to do is I want to take whatever the savings are that because Seven of Coins is all about your savings as well. So some of you guys are focusing on taking what is owed to you. It's what you've saved up. It's, you know, if it's a relationship, it's what you brought to the relationship, because the Seven of Coins is all about investment and it's all about working hard and seeing the fruits of your labour. So some of you guys are taking what is owed to you. Your focus is on taking what is owed to you, whether it's, you know, your savings from the bank or whatever it is. Maybe it's something that you developed within a relationship, or maybe this is something to do with your work. Maybe this is kind of taking your pension, for example, you know, going in for early retirement for some of you guys with the Seven of Coins energy. This is cashing in your check, basically, with the Seven of Coins. Okay, so all about kind of cashing in that investment, that type of thing. So some of you guys, the focus is on that, just taking what is owed to you in this situation showing here. But there is a need to get some advice with the High Priest energy showing here as well. So I think that you're focusing on taking what is owed to you concerning this situation, because the more I look at this reading, I feel that some of you guys want out on a situation. Some of you guys might be focusing during this week on removing yourself from a situation here. And you're looking at taking, if you're going to do it, the focus will be on taking what is owed to you, but getting some advice from the High Priest, which is actually the Hierophant showing here, because I think that you need advice on how you're going to do it, or whether you can do it with that High Priest energy showing here. Somebody, you know, you've got the Empress energy here showing up as well, next door to that to the Hierophant energy. So the Hierophant is all about, when it comes to a reading like this, the Hierophant will be about getting some knowledge. And the knowledge that you might be getting is from, it could be from a female here. Somebody who is filled with knowledge. But, you know, the Empress is not usually renowned for being filled with knowledge. Might be a Taurus individual, because I think that the Empress can be Libra or a Taurus. I'm not sure whether she's a Gemini, actually, but I'm pretty sure she's Libra or Taurus. Yes, she is, Libra or Taurus. Hierophant is Taurus, so it might be a Taurus person here that you're getting some information from, okay? Leadership, okay? So this would be maybe with this Empress energy, somebody, a female in a leadership role, for example, with the Hierophant energy. So I do feel that you guys are focusing, right now you're focusing, and some of you guys might be looking to get some counsel from your mothers, from people who you care about, from people who are nurturing. You know, it might be that your focus is on, you know, I want to take what's owed to me though. Before I leave this situation, I want to take what's owed to me. But what I want to do with this Hierophant energy is get some information, get some advice on, maybe with the Empress energy, how much do I have? You know, how much am I owed? How much has this money grown? Because the Empress is all about expansion. So if you've got savings, for example, within the bank, it might be that you want advice on how much it's grown. How much have I got coming to me? Because some of you guys literally want to take something out of a situation, but you need to know, especially if it's taking money out of a marriage or out of a bank or something like that, your focus needs to be, well, I want to take what's owed to me. Before I leave, I want to take what's owed to me, but I need to get some advice on exactly how much I actually have. Focusing on the week ahead, the advice from the universe, Pisces, is the moon. All right. So the moon is all about trusting your intuition. So I feel that some of you guys, number one, you need to be able to trust what your deep gut is telling you. Because the moon is all about what our deep gut is telling us. You know, it's what really is kind of gnawing away at us, you know, over a period of time. This is about trusting your intuition. But also this is all about getting guidance. The moon shines a light on things. So the advice might be to kind of open something up, or get maybe this Hierophant to shine a light on something for you with that moon energy. Moons can mean things that are underneath the covers. They're deceptive. There's an illusion going on here that needs to be uncovered with the moon. But the advice is the moon. So the advice is probably to do your homework, do your research with that moon energy. And you've got the Seven of Swords here. You might want to be doing something in secret though. All right, because you've got the moon and you've got the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords guy is being a bit sneaky, but with the moon, he's doing it very much in secret. So I think that whatever plans you've got moving forward, you really need to keep this under wraps. Pisces, I don't think you should be telling whoever it is that you want to, if it's a job you want to leave, I don't think you should tell your bosses that you're looking to leave a job. I think that this advice that you're getting, if you're looking to take what is owed to you and you're getting some advice about how much maybe your resources, maybe you're looking to kind of take money that is owed to you, especially if you're looking to kind of, you've got this 10 of coins, this institution, this bank maybe, and you've got or this credit card company, or, you know, there's an institution here, but you're bound by a contract, or if this is a marriage and you're bound by your marriage or the contract or the vows that you've made in the marriage. It might be for some of you guys, because the focus needs to be on putting yourself first. It might be for some of you guys, whatever the case might be, whether it's a working situation, a money situation with your bank, whether it's a marriage, whatever it is. Some of you guys right now are focusing with that 7 of coins on taking what is owed to you. You're taking on what, you know, you're focusing on taking your savings. Whatever you've saved, whatever you've worked for, it's yours with the 7 of coins. And you say, I'm going to take that. But I need to get some advice on how much it's grown. Or how much, you know, how much time has it got left to mature? Because the Empress, remember, she's pregnant. She's waiting for the baby to come to full fruition. So how much has my, for example, my pension grown, for example? And there's getting some advice on this and that type of thing. But I do feel that you guys need to, going into the week, you need to be doing things in secret. If you've got these plans, if you're working out a strategy with the 7 of Swords energy, everything needs to be undercover here. All right, because the 7 of Swords is about doing things in secret. And with the Moon, it's all about doing those things undercover. You don't really want to be letting anybody know what your plans are, okay? So you need to do all of this. So I think that you've got a strategy, an exit strategy for some of you guys to leave something or someone, or, you know, a bank or whatever it is. But you don't, you're not to tell anyone. You've got to keep everything under secret, you know, under wraps. You know, you need to really, I think, with the 7 of Swords energy, you need to, I feel that, especially if you are, for example, it depends really, especially if it's a relationship and you've been in it for a while, but you want to leave it. Maybe this is the week for some of you guys to focus on leaving a relationship, especially if there's a marriage here and there's a lot of money invested in this shit and you're looking to get your portion. It might be that you're getting advice on how much you have, how much your money has grown. You're getting advice from a female, for example, or somebody who's going to be helpful and nurturing in this situation showing up here, okay? Might be that you're getting advice on, for example, because I've mentioned that the 7 of coins is your savings, how much have they matured, or this is your investment, how much has your investment matured. You're getting advice with the High Priest, i.e. the Hierophant, on that situation. You've got to keep this in secret, Moon, in the 7 of Swords. Do the work, but do it under covers here. All right, I feel that with the 9 of coins, it's all about kind of protecting your assets, because the 9 of coins is all about your assets, okay? And the 7 of Swords, see, it could be for some of you guys that you need to kind of do all of this in secret, okay? Make these plans and these strategies in secret here, because just in case your assets are taken. Because the 7 of Swords, when it shows up to a Pentacle card, it can show money that is taken, all right? Or it can show you losing your security, because this is loss. 7 of Swords is loss as well. Loss of security. So you need to kind of be taking these actions in secret in case you lose your security or there's a loss of assets showing up here. So you need to really be careful in what you do. And this is why the focus for the week needs to be on survival. The 5 of Swords energy showing here. So this is about being clever. The 5 of Swords is also about being able to manipulate a situation with the 5 of Swords energy. It's about being kind of clever and manipulative and intelligent. It reminds me of a 7 of Swords. But it's also about putting yourself first. And I do think that for some of you guys, have I been calling you Libra? I hope I haven't been calling you Libra, Pisces. I feel for the week, this is about putting yourself first. You need to focus on putting yourself first. I'm going to quickly do this reading again. Where are we at? 18 minutes. Okay. For the week, Pisces, focus needs to be on the 5 of Swords. Some of you guys do have a conflict with another individual with the 5 of Swords energy. Some of you guys are really going to have to ramp things up and put yourself first here. Some people won't understand why you're doing stuff, but this is all about kind of survival. All right, this is a survival mentality with the 5 of Swords. It's kill or be killed. I'm not making the reading violent, but it really is with the 5 of Swords. How do you think the third swordsman, usually depicted on this card, fights off 2 of his enemies? He just got into the mode. He said, I've got to kill or I'm going to be killed. And I've got to get rid of them before they do it to me. So when you're in that position, you find places of strength that you never knew that you had. So this is a week for really putting yourself first, Pisces. And because in the past of the situation, some of you guys have been bound. Could be by a financial contract, bound, Eight of Swords, financial, Ten of Coins contract. Might be that you've been bound by a contract in terms of your home, mortgage, Ten of Coins, the mortgage. You've been locked into an agreement concerning a mortgage, for example, or involving a loan, or involving a marriage, or involving work, for example, or involving some form of financial scheme with the Ten of Coins energy. And right now, some of you guys, well, you want to take a portion, you want to take what you're owed. You've worked hard for it with the Seven of Coins, you've grown it with the Seven of Coins, and you want to take it now, but you need to get some advice. Probably need to get some advice also on when's the right time to do it, because the Nine of Coins is all about waiting for the baby to be born. It's a long wait. It can get exasperating. So some of you guys, though you might want to take something out of this with the Nine of Coins energy, with the Seven of Coins energy, you'll need to, with the High Priest, get some advice on when will be the right time to do this. When will something be ready to do? Because this is all, if you think about the Empress, it's when the baby is ready to be born. So you need to get some advice on when this is going to be ready. When would it be the right time to take whatever it is that you're owed here and leave or go with it? You know, or move it or shift it, okay? Because remember, you're operating under the guise of the Five of Swords, putting yourself first. So there's no time for... And actually, when I look at this reading, Pisces, it just looks like there is no time for kind of getting too sentimental about stuff. The Five of Swords is not a sentimental card. It's by no means, no stretch of the imagination, sentimental. So this is not a week to be sentimental. This is a week literally to put yourself first, you know, and using whatever kind of strategies that you need to. You know, I'm not telling you to become Alexis out of Flaming Dallas or some Dynasty, sorry, or JR out of Dallas and to be underhanded. But you need, sometimes you need to be underhanded, because sometimes that's the only way you're going to get what you want. And I feel that the future, the week is telling you, the universe is saying in the week, you've really got to be kind of quiet with that moon energy about your plans with the Seven of Swords. You've got to work diligently, but it's all got to be undercover with that moon energy, all right? Because if you don't, it might be that your security with the Seven of Swords energy is going to be taken. This is your security, might be taken. So if somebody latches onto something, for example, or me, and remember, the ethos for the week is focusing on me or them. And I'm not trying to make it a negative reading, but it's life. It's life, all right? And I'm sick of people saying, oh, the reading's not, you know, stop it. It's life. Life doesn't always, sometimes you really do, it is a case of survival. And sometimes when you want to survive in a world that is unsurvivable and unsurmountable, where there are people where it's a kill or be killed strategy or situation, I don't mean kill or be killed, but whether it's going to be you that's going to survive or somebody else, sometimes you've got to take tactics that ensure your success. And that's the way it is. It's no different than, you know, going in for an interview for the most amazing job that you want and making sure that you're ahead of everybody else. You know, making sure that you look the best, making sure that you give the best answers, spending 6 months or whatever, 3 months, whatever it is, preparing for an interview so that you know that you're right there, you're right on target. It's no different at all. It's just about working out a strategy. And I think that the 18th to the 24th, Pisces, is a week where you're going to have to be very strategical, because you've got something that you need to protect here. You need to make sure that that thing that you want to protect is something that you can take with you. Lest it goes, lest somebody else cottons on and takes it for themselves, whatever the case might be. Okay, so this is all about putting yourself first this week. Let's have a look at what other energies are that you need to focus on. And it's going to be whether it's in a relationship with the Ten of Coins that has run out of steam and now it's time to go, and you want to know what your rights are and what you're owed in the relationship and whether you can take it or when it will be ready to take it. You know, you're asking the High Priest, you know, the Hierophant, when will it be ready? Because the Empress is looking down at the belly and she's saying, well, when's the baby ready to come out? So it's when will it be ready? And though you know that you want to take, you know, whatever it is that you've worked for or whatever it is that you've invested in here, you need advice on when it's going to be the right time to do this with that Empress energy. All right, because you're sick of being kind of bound and tied to something. There's something here that some of you guys don't want to be tied to anymore. So you're going to get some advice for some of you guys on, well, when's it the right time to take? When's it the right time to take my fair share so I can go and do something else? But the advice for the week is keep everything under wraps. Make your... And I feel that if the moon and the Seven of Swords is you guys working in silence and working in secret, because this guy here with the Seven of Swords is rising, he's working in secret, All right, and this is all about, with the Nine of Coins energy, protecting your assets, and this can be accounting as well. So some of you guys, the advice might be, well, you need to do your accounting with the Nine of Coins energy. You need to work on the accounts, because the Seven of Swords is to work on as well. So for some of you guys, Pisces, it might be that you need to work on Seven of Swords, the accounts in private with the moon. All right, which means that for some of you guys, it's probably best not to get a third party in, or a middleman in for some of you guys. If this is a family member, like a mother or a sister, and you're asking them for advice on, you know, money, and when you feel it's the right time to take the money and leave a relationship or leave a job or whatever it is, or if the Empress is a good friend, then you're getting advice from this friend on, you know, money that's owed in the investment and maybe retirement and that. Maybe you don't want to say too much about that, because maybe there's a friend or there's somebody who's going to go and screw their mouth off to the powers that be, and you'll be gone sooner than you want to be gone. So for some of you guys, it literally is this week, you've got to act in silence, and you've got to act independently. You've got to act like a private agent, as the Five of Swords geezer would, you know. You've got to act independently of others. For some of you guys, you need to focus on acting independently of others, because the advice for the end of the week is the strategy that you're devising here needs to be under covers. It needs to be in secret, okay? And for some of you guys, that might also involve not just about less money is gone or taken, or resources or security is taken, but this is more than anything, I think, that you need to act with the Seven of Swords in secret, you know, because you need to do this writing down of the accounts. You need to account for everything, probably off your own back. This is something, I think this is a week for secrecy. I think this is a week for kind of keeping those plans. Overall, I think it's a week for keeping plans under wraps. I think that you, Pisces, you need to focus on not sharing too much with too many people, because too many cooks spoil the broth. So if you've got plans where, you know, and the information is extraordinarily sensitive and the information is extraordinarily delicate, and, you know, you run the risk of telling certain people certain things and they run the risks of fucking up or jeopardizing, because I think that what this reading is really saying is, if you don't act in silence, and if you don't act, underneath the radar, and you start blurting out your plans to others, you could be jeopardizing your plans going forward. So this is the week, really, and this is why you need to focus on the Five of Swords. You're the Lone Ranger here. You're going to have to push certain people to the wayside. You're not being nasty, Pisces, you're being clever. There's certain people you just can't rely on here, not because they mean to screw you over, but because they could screw you over, okay? Because they're not as clever as you are, Pisces. So you need to really act alone, I think, this week, okay? You need to act alone, because if you don't, you could find that your plans are jeopardized going forward, all right? If you want to ensure success, act alone. What else is the energy showing up for? What else energies are showing up for Pisces? What other energies are showing up for Pisces? What other energies are showing up for Pisces during 18th and 24th of March? Right, you've got that moon card showing again, and now it's showing through the Rider-Waite. So the moon is the energies coming in. This can be uncertainty here, all right? There might be some fears or some worrying news coming through for some of you guys. The moon is all about our worries and anxieties, and the Eight of Wands is about news. So there might be some worrying news coming through for some of you guys showing here, okay? Moons are also about our intuition here. So this is about psychic attacks as well, because this is psychic. The moon is psychic, and this is an attack. All right, so some of you guys, it might be that you're experiencing some form of an attack. Some of you guys, it might be an attack of consciousness or conscience, because the moon is sometimes our conscience, and this could be an attack with the Eight of Wands. So some of you guys have got an attack of conscience going on here, for example, this week. However, you need to kind of look at things realistically, I think, with the Ace of Swords showing up here, okay? All right, if you want to release yourself from this with the Eight of Swords in the reverse, okay? You've got the Chariot showing reverse, though. Okay, you need to release yourself from a stagnant situation. The Chariot reverse is stagnancy. It's non-movement. And the Eight of Swords is all about releasing yourself, okay? So I feel that, and also this is mental release from stagnation. All right, so some of you guys have been holding yourself back mentally. And I feel that some of you guys do have an attack of consciousness, because this is like a psychic attack. You know, this is a mental attack, and the moon energy can be your fears, your worries. It can be kind of like this depression that sits right above here. And I feel that for some of you guys, this is a week where you will be having an attack of conscience. All right, because this is attack Eight of Wands, and the moon can be the conscience. So there's an attack of conscience going on here for some of you guys, and it's feeding into this reading where, you know, you're being advised to work in secret, to do those accounts perhaps on your own. Because, you know, you have to focus on the Five of Swords, kind of doing things on your own and not relying on others to help you. But not because you don't like them, but because if you trust them too much, they could jeopardize plans going forward. And some of you guys, it might be that you do have an attack of conscience over this, because you've got people that you would trust with your life, but you can't trust them with your life, because if they say something, if they know too much, it might be that they jeopardize your plans and you're jeopardizing them at the same time. All right, so you need to look at the situation realistically with the Ace of Swords, okay? That you need to be free with the Eight of Swords in the reverse from a very stagnant situation, and the only way that you're going to do that with these energies here is by going it alone and doing something on your own, okay? I feel also this week you are going to face freedom. Finally, the unlocking Eight of Swords in the reverse is the get out of jail card. It's getting out of a jail, getting out of an imprisonment. It's the release of bondage from a situation that was very stagnant. So some of you guys are going to find that you're going to finally feel free. You're going to finally feel that you're being freed from a very stagnant situation here, showing up. Some of you guys have got some, somebody might be, I feel that somebody might be watching you in secret, or somebody is sending you secret messages, because the moon is all about things that are done underneath the radar, and the Eight of Wands can be messages. So somebody might be messaging you in secret. It might be that you get a message coming through, you don't know who it's coming from, but it might be that if you have been receiving messages from someone you don't know, or someone you don't know, like for example, funny phone calls, and you pick up the phone and nobody answers, or withheld messages, I feel that this might be a week where you find the truth out. So if you've got withheld messages, for example, you don't know who they're coming from, it might be with the Ace of Swords. This is a week for finding out who these messages are coming from. All right. Okay, let's have a quick, finally, where are we, 31 minutes. Let's quickly find out anything else. Three final cards from the tea leaf fortune cards. Universe, Spirit, what is the final cards? What are your final cards? 3 final cards, please, for Pisces. 3 final cards for Pisces. Advice for the week. So we've got 1. Okay, Flute. Disappointment in a friend or a lover, I'm afraid it's saying. I know it's your birthday week, but I can't help the cards that come out. It's just the way it is, sorry. What's the second card? Dog barking, but you'll get advice from a friend, okay? And we're seeing the Hierophant and that Empress. That could be advice from a friend, though I do feel the universe is saying whatever it is that you're doing, keep it under wraps. You really need to kind of secure and protect your environment, okay? So there could be some disappointment in a friend or a lover, but you will receive some good advice from a friend this week, okay, Pisces? And the last card to show up is wind chimes. There will be peace and harmony. That's nice, okay. Yeah, you might have a bit of disappointment in a friend or a lover, but you're going to have good advice coming through from a friend here, and this will restore peace and harmony for the week. All right, that's your week ahead reading, guys. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead. You've got your month ahead sitting next door. If you'd like to order a private reading with me, just click on the eye icon, go straight through to my website, and you can pick a reading there. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.